know, my last owner always said I was sharp and edgy. He was such an ass.
Welcome back, folks, to Let's Play Baldur's Gate 2, the Enhanced Edition, The Shadows of Arm. And when last we left off, there's a line here for some reason. I don't know what it's doing here, but it doesn't look like it belongs. That aside, we're here in the ruins of a temple that has been fouled by the presence of the Shade Lord. The Shade Lord is spreading an unnatural gloom, where shadow creatures thrive, and I imagine if we don't stop the Shade Lord, this darkness will spread, eventually encompassing Imsvale, and maybe even the whole of Arm. We definitely need to stop that. We're currently in Arm. We don't want to get attacked by shadow monsters all the time. Plus, there'll be a nice reward in it for us if we succeed. We are here in the depths, and this is definitely a place that we need to detect traps in, because who knows what threats we will face. Let's move forward and see if there's anything we need to fight. Like a Shade Wolf, we're going to be facing a lot of shadows and a lot of undead in here. As for doors, there's a door here. There's also a door there as well. This door looks a little bit different to that door though. This door is made entirely of shadow. You may be wondering, can you lockpick a door made of shadow? This barrier is made from magical shadows. It can be neither picked nor opened. You shall have to find some way to dispel it. So no, you cannot lockpick literal shadows. We're going to have to go this way and find a way to get rid of that at some point. And we're going to save because this could be a dangerous fight here. It all depends on what level the game considers us for, making this potentially more difficult. Let's open the door and find out. There are some Shade Wolves in here. That's fine, we can deal with Shade Wolves. There could be more dangerous foes. Remember when I said when we were going to take care of Furkrog that there could be really dangerous opponents like a adamantite golem? There could be a lich in here if we're high enough level, and we don't want to face a lich. Skeleton warriors, they're pretty easy to take care of. We had difficulty with them when we were doing Korgan's quest, but that difficulty is, there's another Shade Wolf. Let's deal with the Shade Wolf first, shall we? I don't think we are classed as high enough level to have the lich here, which is good, because liches, not good to see. They are resisting quite a bit of damage from us, but we get some nice rewards, including a Larrel's Tear Necklace and a Skydrop Gem. Both of those are good to see. Also, two-handed swords, magical +1 ones, also very nice to see. We'll just identify these and pass them over to you. We could really do with some more bags of holding. If the game could just throw a few more our way, that'd be great, but I doubt it will. There are goodies here. Let us check if they are trapped, because they probably are trapped. There are going to be lots of traps here, I wager. Just not in this room. Not locked either. Here is Amaunator's bones. Now, we were told that this person was important. These are the bones of the child prophetess Amaunator. The bones have been defiled and gnawed upon by the Shade Wolves. We're going to have to put these to rest. But not in here. And you need to go back to detecting traps, because there are going to be more. Oh, there are going to be more. You shall not free the Master's consort, mortal. That is a Shadow Jailer. Fortunately, the Shadow Jailer is not coming closer. This works to my benefit. Let's move forward, and now the Shadow Jailer is coming forward. Are you any tougher than a normal Shadow? The answer is no. You do have a key though, the Shadow Prison Key. This key was obtained from the Shadow Jailer. It can be used to open the prison cells in the Shadow Dungeon. And then there will be a Shadow Chair, and sat upon the Shadow Bed will be the Shadow Master. No, No, that's not true. But they are using the word shadow a lot here. So this is a prison. Let's start opening doors, shall we? Like this one. Anyone in here? No. Anyone in this one, though?
Ho, noble friends. I beg your assistance in this evil place.
Well met. Who addresses me?
Your Grace, I am Mazzy Fenton, a valiant servant of justice and righteousness.
As you can see, I could use your assistance. And you shall have it. How did you come to be here? We have heard of Mazzy Fenton. If we hadn't been paying attention to the various things that we've been reading, we could very well presume that this is some kind of trap. You can still presume that this is some kind of trap, but the shadow entities are definitely very shadowy in appearance, and Mazzy here does not look shade-like. Mazzy is a potential companion. She is a fighter that has lots of paladin-like abilities. She has to be a fighter, because in this game, halflings cannot be paladins. How did you come to be here? I am an adventurer. I led my party here to discover the source of the evil that has befallen the area, which became abundantly clear when it slaughtered my companions at the Shadow Altar. You have fought my jailers, the Shadows. These unfortunate souls are the remnants of live victims who have been perverted by the power of the Dark Fiend, the Shade Lord. Why is it here, and what does it want? It is here to dominate and to conquer. The Shade Lord seems to feed on the corruption of souls. If it is not stopped, it will continue to build its army of shadows. As I thought, if we don't stop this, it's only going to get worse. We are here to get rid of the Shade Lord. Why don't you tell us of your attempt? My companions and I were hired by Minister Lloyd of Imsvale to find the Ranger Morella, as well as look into the rash of killings that has plagued the area. We found Morella's journal, which mentioned the unholy darkening of this land. The local legends tell of how the Shade Lord was struck down by Amaunator years ago. We entered the temple ruins and found it infested with shadow magic. The Shade Wolves here are from the wolf packs that roamed these hills mere weeks ago. Through tomes and other clues, my party learned of a perverted altar of Amaunator, which can only be reached through the bowels of this place. We had to find sun gems so the doors of darkness that the Shade Lord had placed along our path could be opened. They can be acquired if one passes Amaunator's tests. We searched for the 3 parts of the key to the door that leads to the horror that the Shade Lord commands. The Shade Lord commands a shadow dragon, our most deadly foe. We were struck down as he laughed, and I am unsure of how to defeat such a creature. Oh, it is possible to defeat the shadow dragon. It's not something I've ever done before. That may change in this playthrough. Most horrible of all, the Shade Lord took the life force of my friends and turned them into members of his cursed army. My beloved Patrick has become a hideous shadow. I would gladly have sold my life with my friends, but the Shade Lord would not let the dragon kill me. He wants me to be what he calls his consort. He is not a creature of this plane and must possess a body, feeding on its life. He inhabits Morella now, and plans to use my body once Morella grows weak, I suspect. I have come to believe that this altar, which the Shadow Dragon guards, is the secret of this place. A way must be found to pass this beast, for he cannot be killed by such as us. The Shade Lord and his altar must be destroyed. I am uninjured, and ready to fight with you if you will have me. If we were a good aligned party, and needed a fighter, Mazzy would be a good choice. But we don't need someone. Perhaps it is best if we face it alone. We will free you and wish you well, however. As you will, in this area, you will have to find a sun gem to pass one of the shadow doors. Be careful. Once you take it off the altar, its light will no longer protect you from the shadows. Thank you for your assistance. Should you ever need a brave companion, I reside in Trademeet with my family. Ask for me at the tavern. I am well known. Fare thee well. And off Mazzy goes. Good luck! We're never going to talk to you ever again.
If you say so.
Let us keep moving forward and
What would you have
double check that we're looking for traps. This bust is a depiction of the sun god Amaunator. The caption on the pedestal reads, "Let not the holy ritual be derided. None are worthy of his grace without first paying homage in the manner that he himself has prescribed. Learn the ritual or face his punishment." Speaking of things that may get us into bother, this here. Also, there is a item there and a trap. Let us deal with that trap, shall we? Can we... Where is the trap? That is really tricky to highlight. Let's actually talk to the statue.
For now.
See if that helps.
If that's what you want.
Child of the sun, shall you take the test of the holy ritual? You must prove your conviction before the Sun Lord shall offer up his symbol. I do not yet wish to be tested. So be it. The Sun Lord will not yet bless thee until thy faith is known. There is something right there.
You take the lead.
Wanna go kill that over there?
That is
Come on, let's kill
really tricky to highlight. I mean, really tricky. Look at it. Just right there. Right by the talk icon. You can't actually reach it.
Whatever you decide.
Maybe that will disappear later.
Yeah.
I hope that will
And
disappear
watch it
later,
be
because
like
that looks like goodies that I want to grab. Also, a curious thing, because that is someone you can talk to, you can try and pickpocket the statue. I would not recommend trying to pickpocket the statue. It's not going to end well. The statue will probably notice. We'll deal with this shadow, and keep moving forward. And find more shadows, I imagine. There's also this area here. We probably actually want to go over there first. It doesn't look like it links up to this area, so exploring this place makes sense. Let's do that now before I go too far forward. Alright, frontline fighters. You are not a frontline fighter, Hexat.
Yeah, tell me all
Let's
about
have you all over here. Oh look! Shadows! Surprising no one. Let us deal with all of you, and that's a bit of strength drained there, but it should come back. Now there's nothing here to look at, and this actually does go somewhere else. Oh, and another shadow. Hello! How are you? Please don't kill my party, or drain their strength. I quite like having my strength. There we go. Are there any traps in here?
if you know what you're doing.
Anything at all? I think it just connects up. I think it does.
I will enjoy this.
There is the Morn ritual here. Alright, let's have a look at this. This scroll is a tutorial for the morning prayer ritual of a follower of the sun god, Amaunator. Know, my children, that when the holy rays strike the earth and dawn flows across the lamp-like music, thou must offer the morn ritual that is pleasing to mine eyes and ears. Malign the ritual at thy peril, perform it only as I have written. The first part of the ritual is smudged out. Perhaps you could deduce the action if you had the scrolls for the noon and evening rituals. 2. Hold the holy tome up to the sun, and my power shall bless it. 3. Reflect as thou perceive the victory of light over the dark. These are the things that please me. We're going to be keeping that. We're going to need all 3 of them
What would
if
you
we're
have
going
me
to
do?
figure out the
Whatever
rituals.
you want.
Ah, that looks important. That looks very important. We require this thing. Also, we need to go into here. And just let them get close. They're not going to do very much. Not while we have this gem here. The gem that sits on the pedestal easily penetrates the unnatural shadows of the place. You could take the gem if you wish to. We do wish to. We have to. When you take the gem from the pedestal, the illumination lessens considerably, and the shadows of the room deepen. We have a sun gem. This round and polished stone glows with a fierce light, and seems to dispel the shadows around you. What this isn't doing right now is protecting us from shadows, so let's quickly get away from there, as I think staying there will continuously spawn shadows, and we don't want that to happen. Oh look! More shade wolves. We can deal with Shade Wolves.
I will listen.
Shouldn't be too tricky. We'll have you here, you here, and you attack here. And they're nearly gone. Marvellous. A little bit of experience. And we can now, I think, use the Sun Gem to open up this shadow door. The sun does indeed banish the dark. We're through.
I am ready.
We're still detecting traps. Marvellous. Good. There's a bridge there. Do I trust this bridge?
What would you have?
No, not even slightly. And there's lava. Now lava... Oh! Now that is a problem. That is a huge problem. Because Hexat is currently trapped. And there are shadows here. Right, let's get a haste spell going here. We need to be fast. We need to be fast if we're going to get Hexat to safety. And that should do it. Hexat can move past us because we're allies, and then we can destroy the shadows. Clever trap. Very clever.
That's the best you can make.
Good thing we got you out of there. Now, this room can be dangerous because that is not just there for show. That is actually lava. That lava will deal damage to the party. So let's look at this. And that was a fireball, but because this is Terri, that dealt precisely nothing.
Yes.
Good thing too. There's loot here for us, if we are quick in grabbing it. We need to be very quick in grabbing it, and pausing the game to grab the loot makes it possible. There is a skeleton warrior over there. If we can get the rest of the team here, that would be good. And here is a greater mummy, a skeleton warrior, and a bone golem. Okay, the bone golem is potentially a problem. The bone golem may be an issue. Now, if we just start attacking here, let's focus on the, just dealing with... Oh, that's not good. That's not good at all. The greater mummy is not really being badly hurt here. If we move over here and let them come to us, though, that could be beneficial.
Yes, if I
Especially if you're going to, let's just have you attack there. Yeah, the greater mummy is immune to our damage, and that's kind of bad. What about lightning? Lightning could help here. We're dealing a little bit of damage, but not a huge amount. Let's deal with you there. Also, you need to be careful because you are in the lava. If you're going to be in the lava, we're just going to have you attack there, like that. There we go. Eventually, we can deal with you. That's a great sword, not a long sword. Now, we need to deal with this enemy here. You are injured. Are you taking any damage at all? Also, that's not going to help me figure out if you're taking any damage. Maybe some flame arrows might do the trick here. Also, there are saves versus death going on here, and I'm not happy about that. I think it's time to have you do that. Just gotta wait. Yeah, just do that so that nothing especially terrible happens here. Also, you are now badly injured. I believe it is the fire that is dealing the... could be the acid damage, actually. Let's find out if it's the acid damage. Just do that and see what happens. Ah, you took 11 slashing damage from Terri there. Terri is the one dealing all of the... Oh, hello! Where did you come from? Hello, I'm just coming over the lava now to kill you. Please don't do that. I'd much rather you didn't. Fortunately, you are only a bone golem. Bone golems are dangerous, yes. Not half as dangerous, however, as that greater mummy was. we need to get you over here. Why? Because there could be traps that need to be dealt with.
I shall follow your
In fact,
strength.
we'll actually get you over here too. Let's get everyone in this room.
That's what you want.
Oh, there's one more.
You
This
were
one's not
lucky
going to
man.
last very long,
Blood
though.
runs out.
There's something in here that we want.
I look forward.
Let's
Destiny
get you
awaits.
here. And try not to take fire damage. This is trapped, by the way.
You have me do.
This is most certainly trapped. But we've dealt with it.
Victory shall
And
be
we'll
ours.
do some healing.
this.
You need a heal while
Lucky I'm certain.
you examine this. We have a wyvern call, a tome, the noontide ritual, and some bullets. Now we know what the bullets are. The bullets are bullets +1. And they can go on the many piles of bullets +1 that we have. As for the tome, blessed be the light of Amaunator. The temple of Amaunator shines like a beacon of radiance in the hills of Umar. Amaunator wards us from the shadows of evil. Pilgrims come from areas far off to be blessed by the beauty of Amaunator. Amaunator is endless and without equal. Yet our God serves us well, in that he is constantly on vigil against shadows. The temple serves a further purpose towards this end. Amaunator keeps the casters of shadows from walking the land. Any and all who dare to taste shadow magic should know that Amaunator and his most holy servants will seek them out and cast them into chains within the temple. Lightstone, dawn's light, and sun rays are holy symbols, guides in any spiritual journey that a disciple of Amaunator may embark upon. Blessed be the light of Amaunator. And here is the noontide ritual. Now the first step is let thy voices sound the glorious songs of thy Lord, and the third step is rejoice on the glory of the light as it reigns over the dark. When we get the third ritual, we'll be able to figure out what all of these are. Now we're tired, and we've taken a bit of damage,
That's the
so you
best
know
you
what?
can manage.
We could rest.
busy at the waist of
We
my
need to get Edwin over here so that we can actually do that, though. And Edwin, we don't want to take much damage. Edwin actually has more hit points, though, than Hexad and Vaconia. We weren't ambushed, which is nice, and there is a gem that I didn't pick up.
I just can't carry anymore.
You can't indeed. Your inventory is full of stuff. Absolutely full. And when we come back, folks, ooh, this is not a gem. This is an ironstone. This is a pearly white ironstone, which gives hit point regeneration. Ooh. Ooh, that's good. That's really good. Hit point regen. But everyone's wearing awesome helmets. We could give you the one that lets you regen. That would be nice. There you go. You can have that, so you have even more health regen.
What should I fetch now?
And when we come back, folks, we need to explore this area a bit more. Head down to this area and over here, and eventually deal with that there.
Do it.
We need to figure out those rituals in their entirety and solve the puzzle so that we can get Amaunator's blessing. And hopefully we won't find more shadows as we go along this journey. Oh, who are we kidding? We're going to find more shadows. And putting that ironstone on Hexat means that everyone has a little symbol here. Although nobody has more symbols than Vaconia and Terri. 4's a lot. Eventually it's going to be more than 4. And so, I'll catch you next time, folks. And I'll see you then. Later.